Welcome to Forbidden Texts. What you are about to see may shock you. It may surprise you, but will definitely challenge everything you thought you knew. Stick around until the end to discover the forbidden knowledge that they don't want you to have.
Is it a breakdown, or is it the start of something you can't yet understand? Maybe your life feels like it's crumbling right now, relationships falling apart, career uncertainty, or this nagging emptiness you can't explain. You feel like you're losing control. But what if that's exactly what's supposed to happen? Welcome to Forbidden Text, where we uncover hidden knowledge and forbidden wisdom. There's a reason spiritual awakening feels like hell before it feels like heaven. It's messy, chaotic, and downright brutal. The truth is, transformation isn't gentle. It rips apart everything you think you are. It exposes your fears, your wounds, and the lies you've been telling yourself. Society sells you this idea that awakening is all peace, light, and crystals, but nobody warns you about the storm that comes first. The same thing is happening to you right now. And it hurts, doesn't it? But that pain, that confusion, is a sign that something much bigger is happening beneath the surface. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll understand why everything you're experiencing right now is part of a much greater plan. The breakdown isn't the end, it's the beginning of your breakthrough. You're not falling apart, you're breaking open. You're questioning everything: your beliefs, your identity, your purpose. It feels like the ground beneath you is crumbling. That's because it is. And that's the point. The life you've been living, the one you thought was solid and real, was built on shaky foundations, other people's expectations, societal conditioning, fear disguised as comfort. But here's the thing no one tells you: awakening doesn't start with bliss. It starts with destruction. Everything false has to burn. And it feels personal, like life is punishing you. The people you surrounded yourself with now seem distant. It's like you're outgrowing everything at once, but you don't know what comes next. That's the void, the terrifying in-between space where you're no longer who you were, but not yet who you're becoming. And that's exactly where the magic happens. See, society teaches us to fear the breakdown because it looks like failure. If you're not okay, if you're not succeeding, if you're not happy all the time, something must be wrong with you. Right? Wrong. This isn't failure, it's transformation. And transformation is messy. It's painful. It shatters everything you think you know about yourself so the truth can finally emerge. That's why it feels like everything is falling apart. You're not losing yourself. You're shedding the parts of you that were never real to begin with. And here's where it gets interesting. This breakdown isn't random. It's a perfectly designed process. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every sleepless night is a piece of the puzzle, forcing you to wake up to a deeper reality. Your emotions, the ones you're trying so hard to suppress, they're not the enemy. They're the guide. The pain you're feeling right now is your soul screaming for you to pay attention. But don't worry, I'm not going to leave you hanging here in the chaos. What's on the other side of this storm is worth everything you're going through. By the end of this journey, you're going to see it for yourself. Every piece of your life that feels like it's breaking is actually breaking you open. Let's go deeper. Right now, you might feel like you're unraveling, like everything you thought was solid is slipping through your fingers. You're not who you used to be, and you have no idea who you're becoming. It's uncomfortable. It's terrifying, but it's also necessary. This is the part of the journey that no one talks about. The part where it feels like you're losing your mind, like the weight of it all is too much. But think about this: what if the you that's breaking apart right now is the mask you've been wearing your whole life? The identity that was built to keep you safe, to keep you small, to keep you in line. It feels like death because, in a way, It is. But it's not the death of you, it's the death of the illusion. And this is where most people stop. But not you. You're still here. You're listening, and that means some part of you knows the truth. This breakdown is happening for a reason. You're here because you're ready to break through. You're shedding old layers. The relationships that are falling apart, they were never aligned with who you're becoming. The job you feel like you can't stand anymore, it's a box that was never big enough for you. The discomfort you feel in your own skin, that's your soul screaming for you to stop hiding. It's not easy. Nobody said it would be. You're walking through the fire, but the fire isn't here to destroy you, it's here to purify you. To burn away the lies, the fear, the conditioning, and reveal what's been buried beneath it all. The real you. The one who's powerful. That's why this feels so chaotic. You're not just going through an emotional or mental shift. This is happening on a soul level. Your body, your energy, your very essence is rewiring itself, tearing down what no longer serves you to make room for something entirely new. And yes, it's painful. Growth always is. Think about the seed pushing through the soil, the chick breaking out of the egg, the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's all destruction before creation. This is a universal law. You're not exempt from it, but you are being guided through it. Right now, you're standing in the space between who you were and who you're meant to be. It feels like nothingness, but it's not. That void is where infinite possibilities lie. It's where you get to decide who you truly are. This isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning. And I promise, if you keep going, what's waiting for you on the other side of this will change everything. Stay with me, because there's so much more you need to know. The pain you're feeling now, it's just the start. What comes after is what will finally make it all make sense. You might feel like you're trapped in darkness, but let me tell you something. Darkness isn't your enemy. It's your teacher. Society has conditioned us to fear it, to avoid it at all costs. But the truth is, real transformation doesn't happen in the light. It happens in the shadows. Think about it when you're comfortable. When life is easy, are you really growing? Or are you just coasting? It's stripping you down, breaking you apart, and demanding that you confront yourself. It's brutal, yes, but it's also sacred. This is where the real work begins. The breakdown is your initiation. It's life's way of saying, are you ready? Are you ready to step into your true power? Or are you going to stay small? It's not testing you because it wants you to fail. It's testing you because it knows what you're capable of, even if you don't see it yet. And I know what you're thinking. How could this pain possibly be leading me anywhere good? Because pain is the ultimate wake-up call. It grabs your attention in a way nothing else can. It forces you to let go of the illusion of control, to stop clinging to the life you've outgrown. What if every tear you've cried, every sleepless night, every moment you've spent questioning everything is part of a much bigger plan, one that you can't see yet because you're still in the middle of it? You're not being punished. You're being prepared. That emptiness you feel isn't the absence of something, it's the space being created for something new. The old you, the one who lived for others, the one who stayed silent, the one who dimmed their light to fit in, is dying. And it's supposed to. Because the person who's emerging, the real you, can't coexist with the old you. One of them has to go. And here's the part that no one talks about. This isn't a one-time thing. Awakening isn't a single event. It's a process. A cycle. You'll break down, break through, and then break down again. Each time, you'll shed another layer of what isn't real until, one day, there's nothing left but the truth. And every single one of them will tell you the same thing. It's worth it. Every moment of pain, every moment of doubt, is worth it. Because what's on the other side isn't just peace, it's freedom. So keep going. Stay in the fire a little longer. Trust that it's burning away everything that isn't meant for you. And remember, this isn't the end. It's the beginning of something extraordinary. You just can't see it yet. But soon, you will. And when you do, you'll understand why this had to happen exactly the way it did. Stay with me, there's more you need to hear. Let's talk about the void. That space you're in right now, the one where nothing feels certain, where you feel like you're floating in a vast, empty unknown. But here's the secret. The void isn't empty. It's full of possibility. This is where creation happens. It's where your transformation begins. But most people don't make it through the void because they mistake the stillness for failure. They try to fill the silence, distract themselves, force answers. But that's not how it works. The void isn't something you solve. It's something you surrender to. Right now, your old life is gone, and your new one hasn't fully emerged yet. You're stuck in the in-between, and it's uncomfortable because it feels like losing control. But the truth is, control is the illusion that's breaking. This isn't about controlling your life anymore, it's about trusting the process. Think of it like a forest fire. When the flames die down, it looks like devastation, doesn't it? The trees are gone, the earth is scorched, and for a while, it seems like nothing will ever grow there again. That's what's happening to you right now. Everything that no longer serves you is being cleared out: relationships, beliefs, habits, even your sense of self. It feels like destruction because it is. But destruction is what makes room for creation. And the sooner you stop resisting, the sooner you'll see the beauty in it. I know it's hard. The void tests you in ways nothing else can. It makes you question everything. Who are you without your job? Without your relationships? Without your identity? It strips you down to the core, and what you find there might scare you. But it's also where you find your truth. But first, you have to stop running from it. Stop trying to rush through it. The only way out of the void is through it. And here's the part that changes everything. You're not supposed to have it all figured out right now. That's not your job in this moment. Your only job is to let the old fall away and trust that the new is already on its way. Because it is. Even if you can't see it yet, even if it doesn't feel like it, the pieces are coming together in ways you can't comprehend right now. But you have to hold on. You have to trust that this emptiness you feel isn't the end, it's the beginning of something you can't even imagine yet. Stay with me, because we're getting closer to the truth. Every step you've taken, every tear you've shed, has been leading you to this. The breakthrough isn't coming, it's already happening. And when you finally see it, it's going to make everything you've been through worth it. Here's what no one tells you. The breakthrough isn't some sudden, magical moment where everything clicks and life feels perfect. It's subtle at first, like a soft whisper that grows louder. It doesn't come with fireworks. It comes with a quiet knowing, a deep sense of peace in the middle of the storm. The breakthrough starts when you stop fighting. When you stop clinging to the way things used to be, the way you thought they should be. Trust that the chaos you feel is the universe rearranging your life to match who you're meant to become. And then it happens. Slowly, the weight begins to lift. The things you were desperate to hold on to don't seem so important anymore. The questions that tormented you lose their grip. You start to notice small moments of clarity, like sunlight breaking through the cracks of a collapsing wall. It's not dramatic, but it's powerful. It's real. This is the shift. The moment when you realize you're not who you used to be, and that's not a bad thing. You've outgrown the old version of yourself, the one who lived in fear, the one who needed validation, the one who stayed quiet to avoid upsetting the world around them. And let me tell you, that version of you, they're powerful. They're fearless. They're free. The breakthrough isn't just about clarity, it's about alignment. Suddenly, you start to feel like things are clicking into place, not because the world changed, but because you did. The people who left your life, you realized they were making space for new connections, ones that truly align with your soul. The opportunities you lost, they were clearing the way for something better. The identity you clung to, it wasn't who you really were. And here's the most beautiful part. The breakthrough isn't just about finding answers. The more you let go, the more space you create for miracles to happen. You start to feel lighter, freer. Like you've been carrying this heavy backpack full of expectations and fears your whole life, and now you finally set it down. You look around and realize the world hasn't changed, it's you. You've changed. And because you've changed, everything feels different. This is what you've been waiting for, even if you didn't know it. That feeling of alignment, of purpose, of connection to something bigger than yourself. That's the breakthrough. It's not about reaching the destination, it's about realizing that you're on the right path, even if you can't see the whole road yet. So, what's next? Integration. This isn't the end of your journey. It's the beginning of a new chapter, one where you get to live in alignment with who you truly are. And the best part, you're not doing this alone. There's a whole world of people who've been through their own breakdowns and breakthroughs, and they're waiting to connect with you, to walk this path with you. All you have to do is step into it. Trust yourself. Trust the process. And know this, you're exactly where you're meant to be. Not yet. There's one more essential element, the conclusion that ties everything together. It's the moment where the audience feels fully grounded, inspired, and ready to move forward with clarity. Let me finish this for you. You've walked through the fire. You've faced the darkness. You've felt the breakdown. But look at you, you're still here. That alone is proof of your strength. The journey you're on isn't for the faint of heart. It's for the brave. It's for those who are willing to let go of everything they thought they were to discover who they truly are. That's you stepping into your power. That's you claiming your truth. Everything you've experienced, every heartbreak, every tear, every sleepless night, it wasn't random. It was leading you here, to this moment. To this realization, the breakdown wasn't the end. It was the clearing, the preparation, the opening for something bigger, something greater, something you couldn't even imagine before. So what now? You keep going. You take this new awareness, this new strength, and you carry it forward. You integrate it. You live it. Because this isn't the finish line, it's the starting point of a life lived in alignment, in purpose, in truth. And here's the thing, the journey doesn't end here. There will be more challenges, more moments where you feel like the ground is shifting beneath you. But now, you know that the breakdown isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. So step forward. Not with fear, but with faith. Not with doubt, but with trust. Because the truth is, you're not breaking down, you're breaking open. And what's waiting for you on the other side, that's for you to discover. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If this message resonated with you, share it, live it, and pass it on. Because you're not alone. You never were. And together, we're uncovering the hidden truths that can set us all free. You're ready. It's your time. Now go. Step into who you truly are. The world is waiting for you.